also fire, guys. We gonna find out. So, let's see it. I want to use some decks that I am not usually using. I have one that's like virtually untouched, and I was like, I need to really use that. So, yes, and I'm feeling drawn to, like, as I tap into your energy, I'm feeling drawn into the untapped potentials, right? That's what I'm hearing. Untapped potentials, or realizing something. Like flu. Okay. Let me go get that. Where are you at? Ow. Okay. Alright. Interesting. We have Men in Black. We have vegans. And we have water element. So, Men in Black, this card, it really talks about, like, online stalking. It's not always necessarily bad. I mean, everyone puts their information out there to be observed anyway. It can also, I mean, I don't like using the term stalking either, because I feel like that just has such a negative connotation, but it's like observing somebody, or like being very interested in them, wanting to learn about them, wanting to observe, them in their life, With the vegans, this is all about making peace with your solitude, right? And your independence. Which I really love. It's like, even in this energy of like assessing others, I feel like first you had to come into this sense of like finding peace within yourself and finding like solitude to be kind of a safe place for you. With the water element showing up, water is all about love in tarot. So, the person that you're observing, or the energy of what you're observing, is coming from a place of like love and compassion and kindness. It's coming from your heart chakra, right? So like, it's almost like this energy of like you do fine by yourself, but this connection is kind of like it draws you in. We're gonna use my hoodoo deck. See what this really means for you. Daughter of Knives, or Princess of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, or observing an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, with the Ten of Swords in reverse. This really taps into that vegan energy of like making peace with yourself, and this is kind of like a rebirth after being hurt, betrayed, feeling defeated. Seven of Cups in reverse. It's funny, this is very similar to the Leo reading. So if you have Leo in your chart, you might want to check that out. Or I've got a cross watcher bouncing from like video to video. Either way. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, this tells me that you're not seeking like multiple connections, right? You're not like looking, you're not like dating or like on the Tinder machine. And you know, it kind of tells me that you're very like focused on what you want, right? And you're not really leaving room for other things. Seven of Swords. I don't like that. Three of Cups in reverse. Courting in reverse. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, this could also indicate feeling a lack of options in regards to love. Even though it looks like somebody is the object of your attention, right? Seven of Swords tells me that you've dealt with deceitful people. People who fucked you up, people who manipulated you, controlled you, you know, whatever. With the Three of Cups in reverse, and this is where you differ from the Leo reading, Three of Cups in reverse is telling me that, like, there's been disappointment, right? And with the Seven of Swords, although Seven of Swords also talks about observing people, right? Watching people, which ties me back to that Men in Black card. So take it as it resonates, but that could be more observational energy coming out. Courting in reverse. Courting. Going back to the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Vegans card, it tells me that you're single, right? Or you're not in a committed thing. So I want to clarify this Seven of Swords and pretty much all these bottom line. I feel like there's more to be observed and learned. Because, yeah, as soon as I looked at the Seven of Swords under the Men in Black, I was like, that is interesting, because Seven of Swords does talk about watching people, right? The Seven of Swords. Courting in reverse. Okay. I have to move my pendulum board. Alright, gangsters. With the Ten of Coins or Ten of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of like giving up hope, right? Giving up hope on a situation, or not feeling like something can be achieved. Six of Swords in reverse tells me that one of the things that holds you back in relationships is the fact that you've been left, right? Also, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, right? Father of Coins in reverse. And if you notice, he's got like a genie lamp. He's clearly a genie, right? This is somebody who can make anything happen, right? And so it kind of feels, with that being in reverse, like feeling like struggling to make something happen, or struggling to bring something, manifest something. Feeling like something is unattainable. it's like having feelings for somebody that you don't feel like it's a possibility. What does the universe have to say in regards to that? Nine of Pentacles. I do like this. It tells me that Nine of Pentacles is somebody who does well by themselves, right? But it's kind of this energy of like, first you do well by yourself. How do you get from the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles, right? And is also part of that, because yeah, 9 of Pentacles is somebody who's abundant on their own. 3 of Swords, you've been heartbroken. You could be also like stubborn in regards to love connections, or not open to certain people coming in. 3 of Swords is like, you've been hurt, you know. And with that energy, especially the 10 of Swords in reverse, it's like you're healing from that. You might need more time to yourself to really reflect and grow and really really come out of that energy of lack, right? Especially with the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's like a lack mindset, feeling like you don't have something. When we know the key to manifesting is to believe that you do, right? That, like, you know, when you see space and time as just figments of your imagination, then it really helps you to pull yourself closer to the space and time you want to be in. It's all illusions, all illusory. Okay. Five of Cups tells me you've been very disappointed in love. Which, I mean, that message is definitely loud and clear with the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and the 5 of Cups. You've been very disappointed, and I don't think you want to replay that. 2 of Wands tells me that you're at like a crossroads, though, because you're caught between your intellectual mind saying, I've been hurt, I don't want to get hurt again, but also your emotional self being like, also, I want this connection, and feeling kind of in your feelings. So it's like this back and forth kind of energy of like, do I want it? Do I not? Do I want it? Do I not? 2 of Wands also talks about taking action, right? Choosing what you're going to take action on. And it's really up to you. Whatever you choose. Obviously, you know. If you choose to... I'm seeing that, like, this 9 of Pentacles could be a great time for, like, growth and healing and building a solid relationship with yourself. But also, I get the feeling that you feel lonely. Drawn Horse in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Drawn Horse is like a voodoo king, right? Somebody who knows how to manifest anything. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands being a passionate new beginning, it's like, I feel like you're struggling to know how to manifest. Like what you want, because obviously you're struggling to manifest with what you want, because with the 2 of Wands, you're not really certain what you want, right? Like, being alone is safe. Being alone, you can not be used. You can have all your shit to yourself. You know, you'll be fine. Also, you feel like you're missing out on opportunity to have a relationship that's not like what you've experienced before. It's very like back and forth energy. Like, I want it. No, I don't. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I don't know. Like, and you have to get really decisive about what you want. Otherwise, you're not going to manifest anything, right? You can't manifest in the state of indecision. Rule number 1. Um, Four of Wands in reverse with the Daughter of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody that you've built a life with in the past that you've had to let go of with the Four of Wands in reverse. They were dishonest with you, right? Going back to that Seven of Swords. Somebody was sneaky, shady, manipulative. And I feel like it kind of turned your life upside down. So you're just like, well, what the fuck do I do now? Like, am I supposed to just be vulnerable again? Yeah. There's this quote, it's one of my favorites, and it says, sometimes you gotta just keep breaking your heart until it opens. If we're so afraid that we don't allow ourselves to experience something new, then the likelihood of having something worthwhile is slim. You have to take risks for what you want. Besides, it didn't kill you. I know that's probably like the worst thing to hear right now, but like, it didn't kill you. And it made you smarter. It taught you a lot about yourself. There's not ever an experience that you can't gain something from, right? It's all about your mindset in regards to how you take the experience. Eight of Cups with Miss Ida. Miss Ida is the High Priestess. So yeah, your advice here, your intuitive like guidance here is to walk away from that, which feels not right, right? Trust your intuition about people, know when to walk away from something. Also, don't hold future people accountable for your past. Things that you've walked away from, like you can't hold them accountable for your pain, for what you've gone through, because this person didn't cause, like, new people or whatever didn't cause what the old people did. It's like you have to be able to differentiate between somebody who's hurt you in the past and somebody who's never hurt you before and might have really good intentions for you. You have to trust your intuition a lot. Father Sims in reverse. Oh shit. The Star in reverse. You don't have a lot of faith that things will work out well for you. It's almost like you reinforce your pessimism, and that really makes it hard to manifest anything good. No matter what, you're manifesting constantly, right? And with the Star in reverse, that's really telling me that, like, there's a pessimism, right? Or this constant negative reinforcement where you're like, well, it didn't work out in the past, so it'll never work out in the future, or da 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 da, and it's really not a great place to like to manifest from. You're just going to manifest more negative experiences that way if you're constantly dwelling on the past and how that's affected you. I do hope that you find what you're looking for and something that does change your mindset on this kind of stuff. I mean, I've been there. I feel it. I've been there. I've been just as, like, pessimistic in my past. I think, you know, Florence Scovel Shinn, she wrote this book. There's an audio book on YouTube. You should watch it, right? Learn about manifestation, even if you're, you know, because really your mindset matters. What manifests for you in the third dimension is a complete reflection of your self-talk, for one, and the way that you view everything. If you're like glass is half empty all the time, like always just like, oh, no good things ever happen to me, you're just gonna manifest more of that, right? You have to like learn how to change your mind to change your life, you know? You have to think different. You have to be different. You want a different outcome, you have to change shit, you know? This actually turned out to be the opposite of Leo's reading. So maybe you don't have Leo in your chart. Started out similar and then it was like, nope. Yeah, it's like you're just perpetuating negativity in your life because all you think about is how things have transpired rather than how they potentially could in the future. Thinking about better outcomes and shit. It's like you don't think about better outcomes. And that's where the struggle is. You need to, otherwise you're just going to keep manifesting negative ones. Moksha of Kali. Relief shall come swiftly. Soon you will see things differently. You're going to be liberated from the struggle you are currently experiencing. Be true to yourself and your life path, and you will attract the way forward. You will overcome all opposition, be released into improved circumstances, and be supported to bring your sacred path to fruition. So it's like there's some work to be done, right? There's some work to be done. And I'm saying this out of all the love in my heart. I have so many Aries friends that I'm like, you know, I get it. I get the disappointment of the past. Believe me, I've been in this complete situation, you know, where I've been hurt, betrayed, and then I was like, everyone's the devil, nobody is good, da 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 da. And I've never been more wrong in my life. Because when I started finding peace in my solitude, when I started really reflecting and taking care of myself and building a real love relationship with myself, then that started being manifested in the 3D in regards to how my friendships go, in regards to my personal life, you know, in regards to everything. Everything falls into place when your head's right, you know. So I don't want you to think at all that I'm like trying to berate you or anything. I want to see you succeed. Because this energy is like, it's sad. It's sad energy, right? There's a lot of fear, doubt, and insecurity that I'm reading. And it kind of fucks me up a little bit because it's like looking at a reflection of my own past and how, you know, I've come so far from that, but it took so much. I couldn't give you a recipe. You know, I think it's different for all of us, you know. I can't Like, I think you just really need to trust your intuition and be open to things being different, right? Just because you've experienced things in a certain way doesn't mean that you're doomed to repeat that in every scenario, you know? There are good people with good intentions. Um, there are people who are not shit, you know? So, and I know firsthand, you know, every time I go on Facebook, everybody is like, we're the sincere people. And I'm like, I see all these sincere motherfuckers on a daily basis trying to find other sincere people. And it's like, they're not hard to find. It's just, that's not where your attention is, you know, or that's not where it's been. Um, and honestly, I, I believe that, like I said before, you know, your relationships in the 3D are a reflection of your relationships with yourself, you know? And so I think, you know, when you stop allowing fear, doubt, and insecurity to rule your world, you'll be amazed at, like, how quickly things can shift and change for you. I've seen the impossible happen, you know? Like, for example, I don't like going into my personal life too much, but I feel like it's important for this. For example, um, when I left my ex husband and he got the house, you know, all this stuff, I lost, right? I lost it all. I lost my house, I lost my garden, you know, and I was like, fuck, you know, like, how am I ever gonna start up now? Like, and then my job, like, I was a cook and I have psoriasis on my hands and they broke out so bad I literally like would cry. Like when I'd get home, I like trying to put all the salves, all the shit on my hands to like make it better, and like I'd go to work and they'd just get worse and worse, and I was like, I literally can't do this job. It's killing me. And how could I, you know, and I'm like, so I have to leave my job, I have to leave my home, I have to leave everything that I know, right? And so I went and I started applying for jobs. And I was going to an interview one day to be a drug and alcohol counselor. Not the job for me, apparently. And after my interview, um, I ran into my friend, and she's like, you know, I really need a live-in nanny. I really need somebody who can just be here. I have crazy work hours and all this, and I was like, well, dude, this works for both of us, right? And we both kind of manifested the perfect scenario, where it just worked. You know, it just flowed, and and it's honestly the best job I've ever had in my life. And look at my hands, not destroyed. Like the breakouts are gone, and like believe me, my hands were bad. Like it was like people would look at me and be like, "Are you okay?" Like I'm like, "No, I'm a cook." God damn it, you know. But you know, I thought that was an impossible situation. I did not know how the fuck I would get all my needs met, and I needed it to happen, right? And it did, you know. And so I have full faith that like with the right mindset you can accomplish anything. Um and sometimes the synchronicities will just line up and things will fall into place for you. Um Out of nowhere, right? The most unexpected turn of events could be the thing that you need. So, like, be open to that. Be open to the world kind of giving you a new opportunity or, like, presenting new things to you. Um, Read the Four Agreements, please. On my other channel, I have a link below on my other channel, Cool Story Bro, I read the Four Agreements if you'd rather listen to the audiobook. Um, some bits I disagree with, but whatever. That's what literature is there for us to have critical thinking and assessments. But for the most part, like I think honestly, the Four Agreements and The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn could really change your life. Could really shift your mindset if you are interested in that progression in a different direction. If you're interested in a life that's not run by like fear, doubt, and insecurity, afraid to move forward and have things, because you do deserve good things in your life. You need to believe that. All right, believe that you're worthy of it. And when you believe you're worthy of it, it will fall into place for you. But that's pretty much what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys. And I will talk to you later.